Welcome to the On Deck podcast for all your baseball DFS needs with your superstar host, fantasy baseball experts, Casey, Bubba, and Bogman. On Deck podcast is sponsored by LineStar app, the #1 top-rated data and analytics tool for daily fantasy sports.
And welcome back, everybody, to another wonderful episode of the On Deck MLB DFS podcast brought to you by the wonderful people at LineStar Sports. Make sure you check them out on Twitter at LineStar App and at LineStar MLB, and download the app in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Everything you need in the palm of your hands to build your winning DFS lineups. Hopefully you guys had it over the weekend. Get a little NFL, some college football, some UFC on Saturday, all kinds of fun stuff and things. And you're going to want it for Monday for the fun we have here. But we'll get to that in a minute. You can find myself on Twitter at BDintric. And my co-host, as always, on Twitter at Bogman Sports. Scott Bogman, how are we doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. See, the Diamondbacks took one away from the Dodgers.
You did. So. We're up 2 now. I appreciate. Did you see what they tweeted out?
What did they tweet out?
That after the win, they showed like a tweet. I think it was a picture of the score or one of their guys scoring and said, "You're welcome at SF Giants."
Well, we can all rally behind beating the Dodgers, yep. I think. So, but the Rays clinched, the Brewers clinched. The Padres were mathematically eliminated. We have a crazy game going on between the Yankees and the Red Sox as we speak. So a lot of fun this weekend, and it's getting down to the nitty gritty, man. I think we have, this and 4 other shows left for the regular season. So we're wrapping up here real quick.
Yep, we're wrapping up soon. And one other big sports thing that took place for some of us that care, the U.S. beat the living snot out of the Euros at the Ryder Cup this year. Like it was Normandy all over again. We stormed the shores and beat them down. It was beautiful.
I don't care about golf at all, but I can get behind a nice USA chant. So let's go.
It was good. It was really good. It was awesome stuff. I enjoyed it, but that's another show for another time. But as Bogman said, we have 5 episodes to go here, and this one is going to be a quick one. We have 5 games total on the entire day. 3 are in the morning or early afternoon, 1 Eastern, 10 Pacific time. And then 2 are in the evening at like 8:40 Eastern. They're 2 late games, Colorado and Oakland, Seattle. So, yeah, that's what you got going. We're gonna go over all 5 games. FanDuel will have an all day usually. DraftKings usually does not. So they have it split up into 2 slates. Monday Night Football could be interesting. I'm just gonna say that's an option. Or you could just chill until Tuesday. So we're going to have some fun here. Let's get at it for you. First game on the slate, the Chicago White Sox at the Detroit Tigers. Dallas Keuchel, Matt Manning, over under 9.5. Keuchel 73 and 76, Manning 78 and 72. Any interest in either pitcher here, Bogman?
I mean, I think it's all hands on deck, right? So everyone, I guess, would have to be in play, but I think Keuchel would still probably be close to the bottom of my list. So even though, they've wrapped it up and they look good, this is just him getting another start before the season ends and all that stuff. But I just have a hard time going to him. I think I'd put Manning ahead of him just because you don't even save money with Manning, but I just think he's better than Keuchel. So look, I think Keuchel's just waiting for the offseason. I would if I was married to Kelly Nash. So just can't do it. It's just not in my blood.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. I'm in play with Manning on this goofy slate. He's been pitching better in the last month or so. Pitched well against Chicago his last time out. The White Sox are going to be resting people off and on throughout the week, so the lineups will be much more favorable to some bad pitching. Something to keep in mind as well. So, yes, Manning, he's an option on a slate, especially if you need 2 pitchers like you do on DraftKings. What bats do you like in this game?
I mean, there's a lot of bats to like, obviously. Jonathan Scope is 8 for 20 with 2 bombs and a double off of Keuchel. Candelario, 5 for 14 with a double and a triple, and he's been pretty hot. Eric Haas, 3 for 8 with a bomb against him. And then, Anderson, Luis Robert, Yasmani Grandal, Leury Garcia, Victor Reyes has been hitting when he's out there. Maybe not against Keuchel, but maybe he'll get in. Akil Baddoo also been hitting, but once again, a lefty. So just need to look at that lineup, see who's in.
Yeah, I like some Detroit bats here. Candelario, like you mentioned, I've been riding him a lot. Don't mind Scope, Haas, Victor Garcia, Miggy is in play in a game like this. So there'll be a few fun spots if you want to pick and choose to fade Keuchel, which is always a fun endeavor to take on. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. We got Ponce versus San Martin. Or it's probably San Martin, to be honest with you. Ponce
San Martin.
Yeah, San Martin, folks. I'm over here from Tejas.
That's my boy, San Martin.
Ponce is not good. San Martin is making his MLB debut. He's been in AA and AAA this year. I kind of peeked at him earlier today as a potential waiver wire ad, as he's got 2 starts this week, and I couldn't pull the trigger. But on DK, I could see the appeal. He's got okay strikeout stuff, gives up a home run from time to time, decent ground ball stuff. It's Great American Small Park. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates. What are you doing in this game?
I mean, I think I'd rather go with either one of these guys. Well, actually, San Martin, not Ponce, but I'd rather go with them over Keuchel. But I would probably go with, of the pitchers we talked about so far, I guess I would go Manning, San Martin, Keuchel, and Ponce. So that's how I would have him second so far. But I think I put both the guys in the next game over everybody 100%. Else. But Nick Castellanos, Eugenio Suarez is hitting above 200 over the second half.
Over 300 the last 2 weeks.
Look at that. I mean, get it while you can, right? Yep. So Friedel, Farmer, Ke'Bryan Hayes, Cole Tucker's been hot. Yoshi Satsugo has been hitting pretty well. So I would probably pick out of that group of bats here.
Yeah, it is Great American Small Park. You can definitely fade Ponce 100%. You mentioned Suarez, you got Votto, Castellanos. Friedel is a very cheap one, which is very interesting as well. There'll be a lot of plays. The Reds will be very popular and for good reason. San Martin is a lefty, so if you are fading him, I would suggest Cole Tucker is playing very, very well. He even homered over the weekend, so he's very intriguing. Ke'Bryan Hayes has been crushing it a lot lately, so he's another guy that kind of checks the box and go from there. If you want to, anytime you can actually put bats in Great American Small Park, it's not the worst thing. And then looking at San Martin, the other part is he was going around 5-ish innings most times, so you get a lot of Reds bullpen. So something else to keep in mind in that one. Bogman hinted at it. Kansas City Royals at the Cleveland Indians. Brady Singer, Cal Quantrill, Singer 83 on DK, no price on FanDuel. Quantrill's 86 and 10K. The one thing I will say, because DK has Singer there, I saw Singer in all things during the day on Sunday when I was doing fab work. I looked on MLB the app to see who was pitching before we started the show just for fun. They have Jackson Coar there. So
yeah, Coar was there yesterday too. Okay. On everything I was saying. DK had it as Singer. Usually DK is up on it.
Yes,
so
yes.
Let me check MLB.com right now.
That's what I checked. I checked the MLB app and it showed Coar.
Okay.
That was like 30 minutes ago, maybe.
So, that one's usually right too. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
this is what the end of the year brings us.
That's what I'm saying. It's best buckle up is the best I can say. If it is Singer and Quantrill, I'm with Bogman. I'd almost play both these pitchers and then get bats from the first 2 games.
Yeah, I like Quantrill, like you said. Benintendi is 4 for 7 off of him with a bomb. If you're looking at a little PVB on the Royal side too, Mondesi, Dozier, Nicky Lopez, but on the Cleveland side, Jose Ramirez, Yu Chang, Andres Jimenez, and Franmil Reyes are the bats that I'm going to pick out of.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just taking the pitching. If you want to get crazy, like you said, some of them, Nicky Lopez, Mondesi, Benintendi, you're crazy for playing the slate probably. But,
yeah, I was going to say, is there anything crazy if you play the slate?
But that's kind of where I'm sitting on that one. I play the 2 pitchers in that game, play the bats from everywhere else, and see how things when the dust settles. Your 2 evening games now. Washington at Colorado, Coors Field. Just to make it even more fun, we get Coors Field on a 2-game slate. Josiah Gray versus Herman Marquez. Gray 67 and 8K. Marquez is 82 and 9,000. It's a small slate, Bogman. You have to use 2 pitchers on DraftKings or either one of them in this game.
I like Gray. Even in Colorado, I think I'd be okay because you have 4 options, and I don't think Marquez can be one of them. He has just been ugly. He has obviously run out of gas at the end of the year. I think he gave up 5 in his last start, 6 the start before that. He just has not been good. So for me, I would have Gray, and then Juan Soto, Escobar, Keibert Ruiz, Luis Garcia, Yadiel Hernandez, Josh Bell. I'm picking out of this group of Washington bats as well because Marquez just hasn't had it.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. Josiah Gray, big strikeout upside. Got his first career dub last start out against the Marlins. Marlins are good for stuff like that. Coors Field's always scary. Not going to deny that one bit, but on the slate, strikeout upside that he brings, I can see. I do like the Nat side as well. Soto's and Fuego. You mentioned Yadiel Hernandez, Luis Garcia, Josh Bell. Load up against Marquez. I got no problem with that at all, as I think most would prefer to load up on Gray. So you can play Gray, load up on Nationals, see where the evening takes you. Oakland at the Seattle Mariners. Irvin, Flexen, Irvin 72 on DK, 83 on FanDuel, Flexen's 87 and 86. What do we like in here, Bogman?
I mean, the pitching, Flexen and Irvin both in play. I prefer Flexen just for some strikeouts, obviously. That's also why he is the most expensive pitcher on this slate, this 2-game slate. Irvin is okay. I understand if you want to use both these guys and fade both the guys in Colorado. I totally get that. There is some PVB data in this game. Crawford 5 for 8 with a double off of Irvin, 4 for 5 for Tom Murphy with a double off of him. Elvis Andrus 4 for 10 with 2 doubles off Flexen. Mark Canha 3 for 8 with a double off of Flexen as well. And then Olson, Pinder, Starling Marte, Jan Gomes, Ty France, Dylan Moore keeps hitting. Kyle Seager Kyle Seager's got like 35 bombs on the year. Another very quiet 35 bombs, but he's done it a couple times before. So I like the bats here, but mainly Flexen.
Yeah, Flexen's been great at home this year compared to on the road, so I don't mind that at all. Irvin could be contrarian. What could be real contrarian is play both pitchers and Coors and play all the bats here. That could be wild because not many will do that. I won't say no, not many will do that. But I prefer Flexen over Irvin. I'm with you 100% there. And then give me Kalinick, went deep again. He's just crushing it still. You mentioned Seager, France, Haniger. Definitely the Seattle side is what I like a little more. A's are doing A's things, though. But, yeah, give me Seattle. So, basically, Seattle and the Nats and Flexen and Gray is where we're kind of planting flags on this slate. I'm not even going to recap everything, Bogman, because it's.
Recap is exactly what we just did. Yeah,
it's hashtag not good. So that's where it's going. But what you guys could do is you could do us a favor and go to the LineStar YouTube channel, subscribe to it, give it the old thumbs up as you can watch this show and the wonderful pre-snap show 3 days a week for you for the football action over there. It's really, really good stuff over at LineStar on YouTube, or just give a rate and review on iTunes. We would appreciate that as well. Now, the most important part of this podcast today is the home run calls today. Bogman was white hot last week, just straight fire. And we're going to hope he sends you, I say it because I can't hit the broadside of a barn. He sends you
last week.
I did get one last week. You are correct. But let's hope you guys get some more swag as we head into the off season here. So that means the home run calls of the day. And in order to get the home run calls of the day, you got to follow LineStar on Twitter at LineStar app and at LineStar MLB and retweet the home run call of the day tweet that features Bogman, myself, and Ryan Humphreys. If our guys go deep and you retweeted the tweet and you got one of the 3 people that were chosen to pair up with each one of us, you get some free swag. So Bogman, on this beautiful, lovely I'm going to combine it all. 5 total games on Monday. Who's your home run call of the day?
Give me Candelario off of Keuchel. That's what I'm going to go with, just because I like to fade Dallas Keuchel, so I'll take Candy.
Yeah, I'm just going to say screw it and take all the chalk in the world. Give me Juan Soto against Germán Marquez and Coors Field. I don't even care. We're going straight to the chalk. Give me Juan Soto. It requires them to throw him a strike, though, because he walks like every at-bat. It's the Barry Bonds treatment almost, sans steroids. But Juan Soto, I'll take Juan Soto. You have Mr. Heimer Candelario. We'll see who Ryan Humphreys has, and hopefully get you guys some free swag on this Monday. But we'll be back to you guys on Tuesday with a full slate of action. Make sure you check out Bogman on Twitter at Bogman Sports. I'm Matt B. Dietrich. Catch you guys later.
See ya.
Thank you for listening to the LineStar app On Deck podcast. Download LineStar app from the App Store or go to linestarapp.com for all your DFS baseball needs. If you love the On Deck podcast, support KC, Bubba, and Bogman by rating and subscribing. Good luck.